Hello, I'm David, your host for the second episode of N-gage. I'm extremely excited. I'm heading to Atlanta to go check out some racing at the Fox Factory 120. It's going to be great. Seeing Bryan Herta Autosport really do a great job. And
Dave, is that you?
yeah, are you heading to Atlanta?
No, but it could take you as far as San Francisco.
Okay, I'm going to take you up on that. Hello, I'm David, your host of the second episode of N-gage.
Hi, I'm Emily Rodriguez, class of 2022 influencer.
This summer, you saw Hyundai in the first episode of N-gage power through the Nürburgring 24-hour endurance race. Today, we have something a little bit different in store.
Today, we'll be meeting a community of ride-or-die enthusiasts from Northern California, NorCal N Club, and joining them for a cruise down the beautiful Cali coast from Santa Cruz to Pacific State Beach.
Then I'll be heading to Atlanta to catch the Bryan Herta Autosport team for the 2022 Fox Factory 120, where they will be going for their fourth straight TCR class victory in the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge.
Sounds exciting, and there's no time to waste. Let's kick off our N Cruise with the Enthusiasts.
All right, absolutely beautiful day up here in Northern California. I have Martin here with me from the NorCal N Club. What is it all about?
Yeah, so my name is Martin. I'm president of NorCal N Club. We're out here on a beautiful day on Highway 1 along the Pacific Ocean, and we have around 30 N cars with us right now. We're a community of around 50 active members here in the Northern California region. And yeah, we just love doing stuff like this, cruises, track days, and just general meetups, and we love each other's company.
So as such big enthusiasts for the Hyundai N brand, what are your expectations for the brand to go further down the road?
Especially with an ever-growing community, more models being released, I'd really love to see, a bridge between the N community and Hyundai N Korea, Hyundai USA, kind of just being able to bring the community more things that we haven't had before.
What do you feel the Hyundai N brand should improve on?
Like the performance academies that they hold at Laguna Seca, I was part of it, and it was really nice to have see other Veloster or Elantra N models just come together and enjoy the track and race with their formula drivers. It was really nice. I think that's something that they can improve on. Have a lot more of those events. I know people love their cars. They love them a lot more than they think they do. So it'd be nice to have those kind of events hold here, especially here in California.
Cool. Oh yeah. Oh wow, I love that. Got the exhaust, got the turbo noise, checks all the boxes.
Got it off.
So now we're in the Kona N, this is my first time in the Kona N, and first impression is really cool because it was developed on the Nürburgring, an SUV developed on the Nürburgring by Hyundai N. And introduce yourself.
My name is Bruno, proud owner of the 22 Kona N.
And what is your favorite thing about the Kona N?
The noises it makes from the exhaust, something different from a regular SUV. It's fun to drive, the handle's nice, it makes it really enjoyable to drive a car again. Makes it fun.
Yeah, because it kind of meets in the middle with your needs and being a sporty car. The Kona is definitely kind of like when you're in a big group of cars, there's nothing else like it.
Yes, it stands out in a class of its own.
And it's almost a compliment when people go, what is that? Yeah, it's really neat because you feel like, okay, they're on the right track. If people are interested in the car, that they're doing something right. I think it's a really user-friendly manual car too. Yes. I think a lot of people could have it as their first manual car or learn how to drive manual in it because it's not a very intimidating experience.
Oh, definitely.
I think that's the best thing about it.
Pretty much just checked off all the boxes of what you could ever want. You might think okay, you have to have all those mods to make it a fun car, but out the box, you could take this to a track. We've had some members who've taken it right out the box, straight to Laguna Seca.
Which is a gnarly track.
Crazy track, yeah. We've had a lot of members, obviously go the full build, and it's a great all-around car.
Well, especially since the Veloster had really proved itself in the TCR racing class too.
Correct.
Where it just won and it kept winning.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's what was super crazy to me because no one knew about Hyundai N a few years ago. And maybe the only thing they knew was their rally division.
Sure.
But they've definitely made a name for themselves in the consumer market as well as in motorsports. This is every N owner's favorite thing, tunnels!
Quite a ride, wasn't it, David?
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. I really loved the part where we went through the tunnel and we got to hear the in-exhaust at its full potential. And we've actually prepared some great in-trivia questions and some awesome in-prizes to win. So let's dig into the enthusiasm while we can. Almost don't want to leave, but it's time for me to head over to Road Atlanta to check out Bryan Herta Autosport and Hyundai and compete in the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge.
We'll be cheering on the team from here. See you soon.
Thank you so much, Emily. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, David. We'll see you.
All right, so I made it to Road Atlanta to catch one of the most important races on the Hyundai N calendar. The IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge and Hyundai N have a ton of history. It all goes back to the success of the Bryan Herta Autosport racing team, which started its life as an Indy Lights team with only a single car. And now they are racking up wins in our very own Veloster and TCR and Elantra and TCR cars. This year, they're looking to clinch a 4th straight IMSA title with a fresh 6-car touring car racing driving lineup. Now I'm about to go into the crowd and soak up a little bit of the excitement before the big race. So let's go. What do you think would be the biggest factor or the main factor in your success in TCR racing?
I think the biggest factor and the main factor of success in my TCR racing, which has not been a very long career, it's only been 3 years, has just been like I have a great support system behind me. I always have great cars under me, great engineers, and a great team to work on the car. And then plus just like having the coaching factor always helps to help me get a little bit faster, and amazing co-drivers. I mean, there's so many different factors to the winning team, but the fact that Hyundai has been able to go so many years as manufacturer champion, driver champion, team champion, just shows that like, doesn't really matter who the driver is, the car is going to be able to do it.
What is your favorite thing about the Hyundai N?
The Hyundai N represents so much. The first and foremost thing is performance. But also provides an awesome feeling, you know, once you're in the car experiencing an N-branded car for the first time. So that's what I have to say about it for sure.
Yeah, especially because it being front drive. I think a lot of people were like, front wheel drive car on there, just kicking everybody's butt. It's just super cool to see.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to see, you know, the performance out of these Hyundai Elantra Ns that are front wheel drive. A lot of people are surprised when we tell them they're front wheel drive. They're like, no way. And as a driver, I'll say, hey, you just attack this car just like you would a rear-wheel drive car.
Right.
The engineers at Hyundai and HMSG like built this thing where you don't really notice that it is front-wheel drive.
Yeah, especially, it's a good-looking race car, too. What is it like coming back to race? It has to be awesome.
It's amazing. I mean, I'm 4 years now post-injury. Sometimes it feels like a decade, sometimes it feels like a year, right?
Sure.
But, you know, for a long time, I felt like I was ready to get back into a race car, and I didn't know what that looked like, how it would happen. But thankfully, Bryan Herta and Bryan Herta Autosport gave me an opportunity last year to try a Veloster and TCR car.
Sure.
And that really just set the path to where we are today. During my recovery, I was working as a driver coach for an IndyCar team. The IndyCar team that I had my accident with in 2008. But you know, so many people come up to me and just say how awesome it is to see me back in a race car where I belong. And you know, obviously I knew that's where I belong, but it's cool to see that the fans think the same and they miss me back on track. And you know, hopefully this is just the beginning of a lot of greatness to come.
Yeah, Robert, thank you so much, man, for the time.
No,
it's been an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure.
So excited to see you race again, and good luck today.
We'll need it. We'll need it. Thank you.
All right, so we're at the Road to Atlanta fan zone. I'm here with some Hyundai N fans as well, and I'm going to ask them some questions about their opinion about the Hyundai N brand itself and where it's going. So how do you think Hyundai is doing in the motorsports scene and like kind of what they represent?
I think that they're progressing really well. A lot of technology has been put into it. A lot of development. I think a lot of their They're building their pedigree. That says a lot about where they're going.
They are really increasing their input into the motorsports and also increasing their fan base. Like even these guys kind of brought me into it. So you guys are growing really fast.
Not long now until the race begins. All right, these fine gentlemen, what does it mean to own a Hyundai N?
It feels pretty cool because when I come here to a track like this and see it on the track, it's really cool to see something that looks like my car.
What's your favorite part about owning a Hyundai N?
I really enjoy the sound, actually.
Sound, okay.
Yeah, just the way they just feel and handle is something I really like. They're just amazing all-around cars. They can really do everything.
What do you think about the recent concepts that Hyundai N has unveiled?
I love them. They're awesome.
I like them too. Hopefully they can turn into race cars someday as well. If there's somebody who's going to do electric cars right, it's going to be Hyundai.
I think that's a good thing to end on. Thanks, guys. Do you have any major thoughts about the actual streetcar versions of these, like the Elantra N, the Veloster N, and the Kona N?
You got to have a great road car to build a great race car. And really, all the DNA from the road car exists in this car. So the handling, the braking, cornering characteristics, everything that exists on the road car is just enhanced here in the race car. I mean, that's what's great about the TCR classes. These are heavily production-based vehicles. So it's not very far other than some body work and some aero bits and a few updates for safety.
Sure.
They're largely the car that you buy and drive on the street.
Hear that? So if you had to choose, if you had to own the Elantra N, the Veloster N, or the Kona N, which one would you own?
I wouldn't want to choose. I get all three. I got a big enough garage.
Well, I guess that's the right answer. The race is about to begin, and you can feel the excitement in the air. And we're off. The race has officially begun. Hyundai N and Bryan Herta Autosport have done it again. One more race, one more win. Bryan Herta Autosport and Hyundai are finally reaching some legendary status. And that is all from Atlanta. On the behalf of myself, Emily, Bryan Herta Autosport, and all enthusiasts out there, I want to thank all of you for watching. And on that note, we'll see you later this year for the 3rd episode of N-gage. Thank you so much once again for watching.